Good afternoon. I'm Natalie Marmion, live in the KATU studios. We are waiting now for a news conference to begin at any moment with the very latest information on the gas explosion from Northwest Portland. Here's what we know from today as we're going to get things started right now and listen to Rich Chapman with Portland Fire and Rescue.
Red Cross Cascade. All right. First, I'd like to introduce Chief Myers.
Well, good morning, everybody, and thanks for coming out to see us once again this morning. My name's Mike Myers. I'm the fire chief for the city of Portland. As you know, we had a significant event yesterday. I want to touch base on just a couple of things that I think you're probably interested in. First, I want to send out a heartfelt thank you to the many businesses here on 23rd Street who've offered their support and generosity to our firefighters, investigators, the many teams that are out here from many public agencies doing work. They've just been an overwhelming amount of support. Additionally, the residents have been reaching out. It's just been an interesting time for us. So thank you to everyone who's been helping. As you know, yesterday there were several injuries that resulted from this, and I think we talked briefly yesterday about some of the life-saving occurrences that happened yesterday. There were some injuries, however, that resulted. My understanding is that the civilian injuries, those civilians have been released from the hospital. The two police officers also were released last night. We had 3 firefighter injuries yesterday. 2 of the firefighters were released last night, and 1 late into the evening went into surgery. My wife Tara and I were able to visit the hospital to check on the firefighter who was in surgery at the time. This morning we also stopped by, but he was blissfully sleeping. So he was out of surgery. We heard he was in good spirits. We didn't want to wake him, so we know he's on limited visitation right now, family request. We will be back to see him later this afternoon to talk to him. But I do want to make sure people know, because they were asking. They're actually calling us for information, and we wanted to let you know he is in good spirits and resting comfortably. That is Lieutenant St. John's. I think Lieutenant St. John, however, I think you were asking for information about him. I'm out here this morning. We're not here purposely for the media conference. I was actually here walking the neighborhood and talking to the business owners for 2 reasons. One, we want to make sure that they're getting everything that they need, both from the fire department or other bureaus that might be helping them, and making sure they can reopen their businesses and getting things open for the day. In fact, I was just talking to a business owner from Hoyt 23, a restaurant down here at Hoyt and 23rd, anxious to let people know that the businesses are open. Please encourage you to, it's one way you can give back, is stop and know that 23rd Street and many of these locations are open and ready for business. So I thought that was encouraging, and I felt that I would share that with you. The other reason I'm here is the main purpose that I came out today was to walk door to door and thank these individuals' businesses that opened their doors for us yesterday. We had 100 firefighters here, many officers, people from all different kinds of public groups, and they opened their doors yesterday for bathrooms and food and coffee and just making sure that we were okay. And I thought that was just a really nice thing to do. So I'm out here today to purposely, to individually thank them for that. I'm sure you're curious about the investigations. As with any investigation, I can't comment on those things, only to tell you that it is, as you can witness, a long, tedious, picking through process. And they've got to get everything right, and it's about attention to detail. So they are picking through each piece of lumber, digging, analyzing, and taking their time. And it just takes time, and we can't hurry through this type of process. So credit to them. I've been checking on them as well. It's long days and long nights for them. They're prepared. They're getting excellent support from the businesses and the owners that are involved, and they wanted me to express that. There is a number that they want you to contact in case you have any information, specifically injuries to individuals. That is 503-823-INFO. 503-823-INFO. INFO. I'm now going to turn over to another very important partner with us. That's the American Red Cross, who's been working diligently, looking for shelter and housing for individuals affected by this incident. And Monique.
Hello. Monique Dugas with the American Red Cross. First, I'd like to say when there is a disaster, the American Red Cross is there to assist people affected by disaster. And that's exactly what we've been doing. We've been working to help people affected by this particular disaster and connect them with resources to help meet their immediate basic needs. At this point, we have determined that a physical location for a reception center is not necessary. We will continue to assist individuals affected by this disaster. Individuals in need of assistance for food, shelter, and other necessities related to this disaster are encouraged to call 211 for assistance, and you will be connected to resources. Additionally, Multnomah County Mental Health also has a free 24-hour mental health line. I'd like to repeat that. It's 503-988-4888. And again, individuals in need of assistance with recovery, you can call 211 for additional info. This is an important reminder. We saw a disaster yesterday that affected many people. And now is the time for us to have discussions with our family about